Angry guy here, and women are throwing tantrums because men won't date them and are becoming password bros instead. Women are throwing tantrums because men won't date them and are becoming password bros instead. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. We can see that women are basically beginning to lose it because as they are seeing that men are walking away from society, and it's becoming more and more difficult to find a man that's even willing to speak to them or to take them on a date.
Really?
My one girlfriend was telling me this story that happened to her the other weekend, and she says this guy looked at her dead in the face and was like, "I'm not going to chase you." There doesn't even need to be a backstory on this guy because he's so irrelevant, but he said, "I'm not going to chase you." First of all, you need the steps. Second of all, you want us to give you flowers? Third of all, is it like, is it a testosterone thing? Like, I actually don't understand what's going on because there's been a lot of instances that I have seen men want princess treatment. And I'm just like astonished. I'm shocked. Shocked.
Women wanted the privilege.
Guys, guys. These women are so narcissistic. I told y'all about this in another video that they're right now seeing what's happening and they just don't believe it. This is because they still have a lot of Sims orbiting them, but they don't really realize that these Sims are not marriageable men. All right. So they're basically saying, oh, these guys are just losers. These guys are just lame. The men who are not kissing up to us, the men that are rejecting us, the men who are telling us we're not chasing you. We're like, you're gonna treat us with respect, or we're not gonna deal with you. All right, I'm the prize. And they're like, excuse me, you want to be treated like a princess? No. All right. I'm the only princess. I'm the only I'm the only princess. And they're like, you're irrelevant, and you're probably gay too. Like, because that's what they always do. They're like, oh, I love gay people. I have tons of gay friends, but you're definitely gay because you have standards, and you made me feel bad, and you tried to make me feel bad about myself, and devalue myself. So yeah, you're gay, and gay is great. I love gay, but not when it's on you. You're awful. You're just played out awful. They're like, listen to her. He's just irrelevant. And she's like, I've been seeing so many men wanting the princess treatment, basically wanting to be respected and letting women know that they're not chasing them and they're not putting up with the shit anymore. Well, guess what? The funny thing is that they're gonna, like I said this in another video. Right now, they're with their little friends and they're going, oh my gosh, do you see how these men are today? They seem to think like they're the prize. Oh, honey, you're not the prize. I'm the prize. You need to step your game up. All right, you broke boy. And then listen, this is what's gonna happen, guys. I've called the future so many times. People have been It's been almost 9 years since I've been doing this, and I told y'all this would happen. I said it years ago. Men would leave the West. You're watching that happen now with the Pastor Bros and men walking away from society. And now what you're gonna watch, what you're gonna witness is over the next 2 years, you're gonna see this happening as time progresses. Right now, women are laughing, but they're beginning to wake up and see men walking away, men dropping out, and they're basically talking to their friends and saying, yeah, these like, yeah, don't worry about him, honey. This guy's he's not crap. There's more guys, more fish in the sea. Men will always want us because that's the belief that they have. All right, a year from now, they're not going to give a shit. 2 years from now, you're gonna see a lot of them crying on the internet, and you're gonna see some crying even now, because like it's gonna take time to catch up, and as more years pass, it's going to begin picking up momentum. So the more it's like, it's going to begin picking up momentum, and the more momentum it picks up, the more women that you're going to see beginning to scream and holler that men are not are no longer speaking to them. Men are dropping out of society. Men don't want to have anything to do with them. Men won't date them, because at first they're going to find themselves not being able to get dates with the guys that they want. Then they're going to find themselves not being able to get dates with the guys they don't want, meaning the guys that they friend zone, but they've been using. Those guys won't date them either. When they see those beta male orbiters beginning to drop off and disappear, and they find out that these dudes are going overseas, and they look at the women that these men are dating overseas, and they try to shame these women. But no matter how much they try to shame them, and no matter how much delusion they try to use, they have to realize, bro, eventually they have to, because these women, they know when they look at a woman, and a woman is more attractive than they are, and eventually they'll look at these women and go, this woman is younger than I am, she's prettier than I am, and I cannot live up to her. And eventually they're going to realize it. They'll have to admit it to themselves, even if they won't admit other things. The women over there look better than they do. They are younger, they're more attractive, okay? And the men desire them and are treating them like princesses. All right, and they're spending money on them. And while these women can't rub two nickels together, while their cars are getting repossessed, while their homes are being foreclosed on, while they're applying for food stamps, and they're being told that it's going to be a couple of weeks before they hear back, and they got like a little emergency, they got like emergency funds of like $50, but the $50 already ran out the first time they went and bought something from 7-Eleven, and now they're there with their hungry bellies, and hunger is really setting in, and they're gonna have to humble themselves. They go to a soup kitchen, but the soup kitchen, they thought the soup kitchen is gonna deliver. They don't deliver. You have to go and you have to wait on a line. And now they're hopping on Tinder, and they try to find dudes on Tinder to bring them food, and that's not happening. All right, guys, the guys on oh, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen with Tinder. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with Tinder. What's gonna happen with Tinder is you're gonna have dudes lurking on Tinder, and they're gonna troll these women. They're gonna ghost these women. So these women are gonna go on Tinder, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're like, oh yeah, you're so and so. Like, let's go on a date. So meet me here." And they're gonna go, and these dudes are not gonna show up. Dudes are not gonna show up. And they're gonna like try to get guys to bring them food or bring them pizza. That's what a lot of women use, that trick, like, "Oh, bring a pizza to my place," And dude's like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll be there, and I'll be there in 30 minutes. What do you like?" "Oh sure, yeah, I'll be there in 30 minutes." And like 45 minutes later, they're like hitting up the guy, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I'll be there." Like an hour later, they're hitting up the guy. He's like, I'm sorry, I was in traffic. I have the pizza, and I'm on my way over to you right now. And you're on so and so street. Yeah. Oh, thank God. You're like, because they're starving at this point. All right. Hour and 20 minutes later, they're like, "Oh, well, I guess he's almost here. He's right. I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna die. I'm a big girl." All right. 2 hours later, she's messing up. She's like, "What the hell is going on with this guy?" So she drops. So like, she's like trying to message him, and she realized like suddenly his profile is gone on. His profile isn't even on Tinder anymore, and she's blocked. She can't reach him, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" And so she's like sitting there hungry at home, and her belly is growling, and she doesn't want to drink the tap water because she doesn't have bottled water. And she's there crying her eyes out, and she's calling her girlfriends, and her girlfriends aren't picking up the phone. All right, and things are not going good. And guys, I'm telling y'all, this is the harsh reality that women are headed for. And again, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, consider subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, never miss another video again, hitting the like button because it tells YouTube that, hey, I want to see more of these videos, and YouTube will put more on your suggested videos, and as well as on your homepage. And guys, if you want to help me to continue putting out more content, give me some Red Bull money. You can drop me some cash via Cash App or PayPal or Venmo. The links are on the screen. And you can also find the links in the description of the video. Women don't realize that they are at the end. They don't realize that winter is already here, but they've been acting the fool for so long. They've been on this pedestal that they could never fathom that this is a decline for them, that they are witnessing the actual decline. And guys, as I said, it takes momentum. So as they're going downhill and being forced to realize men are gone, we're going to see more and more men leaving the West, dropping out of society and leaving the West. All right, guys, I said right now it's a trend where the password bros is a trend. Trends become more normal. Trends become normalities, and normalities become traditions, and it's going to become a tradition. You're going to have 13-year-old boys talking to little 13-year-old girls in Eastern Europe, all right? Like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this girl in Eastern Europe. I'm telling y'all." And they're going to say, "Daddy, Mommy, I want to go visit my friend Sarah over at so-and-so, over in Slovenia," all right? That's some little shit country in Europe. And that's what's going to happen, all right? This is what's going to happen. All right, these kids are gonna fall in love, and they're gonna get married, and they're gonna get married when they get older. All right, kids, it's gonna start as young as 13. I'm telling you right now, maybe even younger, because it's the relationship between boys and girls is abnormal in America, and it's been abnormal for a long time. Usually, kids begin to realize a lot younger that they like each other than before they get to high school. I'm telling you that right now. It's just that America is such a strange place because of feminism has infected the relationship between even children. But yeah, no, you're gonna see it's literally gonna be like that. You're gonna see kids like literally go in high school, like, okay, I'm gonna go spend the summer in Europe. I'm gonna spend the summer in Europe with my girlfriend. Like I'm serious. That's where it's headed right now. All right, that's where it's headed because the men are done. Men are absolutely done, and these women are absolutely delusional. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about these delusional women? The fact that they're throwing tantrums because men won't date them and are becoming passive bros instead, and they said they refuse to accept that the party's over and winter has arrived. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoy these videos, go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.